Hello, and welcome back to Theo's Coffee Break podcast, where the coffee is always on and always ready to pour at my coffee table. I'm your host, Theo, and today I want to talk about something that feels heavy, but important. It's about the stories people tell, not the stories we share to heal, not the ones that connect us, but the false narratives people create when their ego is hurt, and how those stories can become weapons. This message has been pressing on me to share because too many of us are dealing with gossip, grudges, and smear campaigns that have nothing to do with truth. So today, let's pour into this together and see if we can bring some clarity back to our coffee table. Here's the thing. When rational people are hurt, they move on. If someone disrespects you or treats you selfishly, the natural response is, I don't want to be around them anymore. I don't want to get hurt again. So you remove yourself, you get distance, and you choose to protect yourself. And guess what? That's healthy. That's a human response. But what I'm seeing, both in our communities and in our media, looks very different. It's the narrative of, I can't let this go. I have to ruin this person's life. I have to make sure they never find happiness again on my terms. And that is not healing. That is also not rational. And it is definitely not in the name of justice. At its very core, that is unchecked ego. Think about it. When someone is genuinely hurt, they want space. Survivors of abuse don't stick around to watch their abuser suffer. They leave because they don't want to be hurt again. So when someone gathers allies, spreads lies, and obsesses over destroying another person's life, that's not trauma speaking, that is control. And that is that person's ego saying, you disrespected me and I can't let it slide. So now you're going to pay for it. And guess what? That is definitely not rooted in truth, and that is not for the sake of resolve and healing. That is an example of punishment and someone's need for control and power over someone else's life. So now I will be real with you. I know this energy firsthand. In my own life, it has sounded like Theo betrayed my friendship years ago, so he doesn't deserve love or happiness now. Or Theo has set a boundary with me, so now I've decided he doesn't deserve success or peace in his work. But tell me this. Does that punishment really fit the crime? Of course not. And the moment someone has to twist facts, rally others, and add more lies on top of more lies, that alone tells you everything that you need to know about that person and the situation. Because when someone has truly done wrong, the truth can speak for itself. You don't need to fabricate it. You don't need a smear campaign, because the real truth, the absolute truth, can always stand on its own. So here's what I want you to carry with you today. 1, don't let anyone steal your happy ending because their ego can't handle your growth. 2, don't take on false narratives written by people who never gave you the chance to take responsibility or accountability for your actions. And 3, don't confuse rumors and gossip with justice. They are definitely not the same. Because here's the real truth, or really the fact of the matter. If someone really doesn't deserve a happy ending, God, the universe, whoever you believe in, they will handle it. And if someone really truly caused harm that requires consequence, they cannot escape that. That is fate and destiny at work. So listen, real justice does not require mobs of people. Real fairness does not need to be spun or spinned. And the truth? Yeah, the truth will always rise to the top. What I hear in my spirit right now is this: stand still. The storm is moving itself, and justice has already prepared to pound the gavel in your favor. Thank you for joining me today on Theo's Coffee Break podcast. If this message spoke to you, or if you've been carrying the weight of someone else's false narratives, let this be your reminder. You don't have to fight them. If you'd like to support the show, you can buy me a coffee and join the cafe crew for $5 a month at buymeacoffee.com/Theo's Coffee Break. And if you'd like to share your thoughts about this episode, feel free to email me at theoscoffeebreakpodcast@gmail.com. Your input truly and really does shape our coffee table, and I am always here, ready to listen. Until next time, take good care of yourself, and remember, the coffee is always on and ready here at Theo's Coffee Break Podcast. But most importantly, you are always welcome at my coffee table. See you in the next episode.